In this sixth video in the series, we're going to work on formatting the user interface, improving the way it looks to make it a bit more appealing to the average eye. So let's start with several things. First of all, we want to make sure that this input looks a little bit better. And we want to have this in kind of a bold. We're going to change this text, and we want to fix this table to look a bit better. So let's start with the first thing. We are obviously using Bootstrap for our UI. It manages all of our UI and makes our UI responsive for mobile, for desktop, for everything else. And we're going to follow those rules. Those rules are applied using the class definition. So I can say, for example, that the input is of type from control. And when I do that, we can see that our input would look a bit better, a bit bigger, better font, and respond nicer to being calculated or not with some animation. Now notice how Visual Studio gives me IntelliSense. I can say form, minus, and I get all of this form. This is quite cool, and I love Visual Studio for that. Great. Next, let's make the text itself a bit more bold. So let's say strong. And when we refresh our HTML, it would look hopefully a bit better. Cool. We have them over here. Next, let's go and format the orders table to look a bit better. So over here, we're going to use a Bootstrap, and we're going to use Bootstrap tags to make the table look more appealing. We're going to say class is table, and it's a table that is responsive, and it's a table that is striped. So we're going to get the zebra look or the alternating background. Okay, so with these very few simple changes, we were able to get a design that looks a lot better. Okay, we can see the orders very clearly over here. And this design, of course, responds great to being on mobile. Okay, great. Let's do a few more things. First of all, let's make the dates look like dates. We're dealing with them as data from the server in the communication format of it, but we want to actually display them as dates. So for that, Angular has a filter property. So I can say show the order date as a date. By adding the pipe date definition over here, it will tell Angular to format this as a date. So if I refresh now, and I'll start showing orders, you can see now that the dates look according to the way dates are configured on my client machine, which is also awesome. You know, I don't need to care about my different users from different countries. For someone who's using Hebrew, these dates will be in Hebrew, in Japanese, or in anything else. Angular just takes care of that for us. Great. A bit more polishing. Let's say that we wanted to say instead of selected customer is, let's say orders for, and let's also make it that this entire thing will not show if there are no orders for the customer. So cool. In the JavaScript, we'll say orders for, and we want to hide everything here if there are no orders. So let's put it in a div and say only show it when orders length is greater than 0. So this simple thing now hides the table from us completely, and only when I select someone that has orders, we get to see this data. Cool. Next thing we want to do, we want to get this to respond better to mobile. You know, when I'm going to show this on a big screen, I have a room for a lot of columns, but if I go down to a mobile, maybe choose an iPhone, this becomes kind of condensed and not that appealing. Let's say that I don't want to see the required date or ship date if I'm working on a small device. So Bootstrap takes care of that for us as well. We'll go back to our HTML, and we can say for this column, class hidden on an extra small machine. Okay, so if my screen is extra small, don't show these column headers and don't show this data. So now if I'm back to my UI, if I refresh it in a mobile device, we can see, we get away from our breakpoint, we can see that we only see the order date, but as soon as I switch to an iPad, which has a lot of room in it, we can see the required date as well and shifting. So this is how easy it is to use the same UI code both for mobile and for desktop. Now to finish this demo, I want to add the ability to click print and actually print the order. Okay, so let's add another TD, and in it we'll add a button, and we're going to say here that that button will actually be a link to printing. So we're going to say href. Now I'm going to use tilde sign here. This will indicate the root URL of my server, /demo, /print order, / and we're going to use the o.order ID. Okay. Now this URL eventually will create a URL that looks like this one over here. Demo, print order, and the order ID. Now I want to get it to print on a new tab, so we're going to say target underscore blank. And if we've done everything correctly, this should work. Let's have a look. We have our button. We're going to click the button, and it's going to show us the printer. Again, we're reusing an existing batch test without making any changes to it. Great, now let's just get this button to look great, because currently it looks ugly. And again, we're going to use Bootstrap to do that for us. Bootstrap is the library in charge of the UI, responsive UI, and everything that is around that. So let's go and do that. We're going to format our button by telling it you are a button. Okay, you also have a glyphicon, and glyphicon of print. This will actually get one of the prepared print icons that are delivered for us through Bootstrap. And if we run this again, select the customer, we have a nice print button that when we click it, we'll actually print and open it in the next tab. And we can see how it responds well to mobile and looks also great on a mobile device and looks great on a desktop, and all of this is working for us. So you can see how easily I can create such complex web interfaces, such complex UI with minimum complexity. And the entire code that we needed to write to get this in JavaScript and HTML is, let's say, less than 50 lines of HTML, less than 20 lines of JavaScript, and we just got this working for us. And so based on these abilities and based on these current frameworks, you can start writing your web frontend of your existing application very quickly and be very effective doing that. Remember, this is just a single page demo. This can obviously be improved even further when you're doing 4, 5, 6, 50 screens. You start even reusing more code and creating better code to get this down to a shorter period of time for each page. And thanks for watching. Hope you like this series and send us feedback. Cheers.